Hi guys, it's me again, and I'm here to do my part 2 of why I am Team Rafael on Jane the Virgin. If you are watching this video, then I advise that you should watch part 1, which is on my channel, and I'll put the link below. So we are going to go from reason 6 to reason 16 right now. Let's get started. Reason 6. Raphael is all about family, which he has lost most of. Raphael, as we can see, has lost his dad, who was killed by his stepmom, who is a criminal, who his sister ran away with. And also, we recently found out that his mom abandoned him at 4 for $10 million. So we all can see he has lost most of his family. And when it goes to the people who you consider family, like your best friend, and his best friend was Roman Zazo, who was sleeping with his wife, and his wife, well, I don't really know about Petra right now, but back then, she was a bitch. And I don't think that he sees her in that way. I can see them being friends, but getting back together, I don't think so. So, and he said it to Jane, I think it was in the episode where she didn't accept his proposal and she was writing. I think he said to her straight up that what he wants is a family. That's all he ever wanted, because he's never had a real family. And I think he wants that for his child as well, to have a real family, which is something I thought that Jane also wants. Well, I know that Jane also wants for her son or daughter. So that is something I think that brings the two of them closer together. And reason 7, Raphael is always a gentleman to Xiomara and Abuela. Now I can see him always being a gentleman to Abuela. Abuela has done nothing wrong to him. Abuela is the sweetest person on that show. She is my favorite character on that show because she is just so forward and will tell you how she feels, but she has never said anything offensive about or to Raphael. And I think that she's all about giving him a chance. So he has no reason not to be a gentleman to her. But Xiomara, 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 Xiomara. Xiomara, on the other hand, has been anti-Team Raphael, has told him stuff straight up to his face, like she doesn't like him, and it's obvious that she prefers Michael. And if it wasn't me, because I've been put in that situation before, and I don't see how he is such a gentleman to her, because the person who did me that, I still don't like them, and it will be hard for me to be a lady. I will not make a riot about it, but I will totally ignore you if I see you, and only talk to you if I have to talk to you. So that right there is a sign that he truly loves Jane, because if you truly love someone, you will try to make things work with their parents and always treat the parents or their grandparents with respect, whether you think they deserve it or not. Reason number 8, they're always carefree around each other, and they can talk about anything with each other. And we see that in episode 6, which I seem to be referring to a lot in the videos. I'm sorry, I filmed part 3 before I did part 2 because I had to redo this video. But I have talked about episode 6 a lot. So in episode 6, that is where they went shopping in Target, and she ended up spending the night at his apartment. And they were outside. I believe it was outside. They were outside, right? If I am wrong, please correct me below. But they were outside talking about everything and anything about his fear of ducks and how she could rap and why his mother left or when his mother left and her dreams and aspirations and all those things. So for you to be able to just freely communicate with a person like that, there must be a level of trust there, and there must be a level of comfortability. Is that a word? Comfortability around that person. And also we find that she can talk to um him about stuff like her stepsisters and her career choices, and that he can talk to her about all the drama that's going on in his life. And so that is reason number 8. Reason number 9 is that they challenge each other to be better, and they challenge each other to take the riskier choice that would make them happier. And we see that with Jane when it comes to her writing and teaching, writing versus teaching career choices. He always encouraged her to write, and we all know that writing is the riskier choice, but it's what would make her happier and it's what she wants to do. And teaching was just something that was going to be safe and secure, and that would not hurt her, and that would be successful for her either way. But he always encouraged her to write and always told her if writing is what you want to do, then you should write. And we see that with him, with his sister, where he doesn't want to go see Louisa, and she was like, "You need to go." And even if she tricked him into doing it, he still ended up going. And in the end, he was happier by seeing Louisa than when he didn't see her. Reason number 10 is, I guess it's something that the producers put in there, but it was when they went to do the sonogram in, I think it was episode 2, and you heard the baby's heartbeat, and the nurse doing the sonogram said, "Well, it's rather unusual to be hearing the baby's heartbeat so early." And I thought that that was a sign of their emotions and feelings for each other, and it wasn't just the baby's heartbeat. And that was a sign that they were meant to be together. Reason number 11 is that Raphael is willing to give up things freely for Jane. And with that, I mean, like, when she was going to sue Louisa, and he knew that she was suing him, but he didn't say anything to her. And like Abuela said, love is giving up money like it's nothing. So we know that that was a sign of their love, or at least his love for her. And another sign was the one where he, in episode 1, where he didn't play the cancer card when he could have, and most people would have, because I know I would have, if especially if that was my only child I could ever have. I would be like, I understand where you're coming from, but I cannot have any more children. That was my last set of sperm because of cancer. But he did not do that. He would have rather let her abort the child and get rid of the child that would have been his only child, rather than make her unhappy. And we also see that in the last episode where they asked him, when they said, he went to the counselor and said, "Yes, I love her, but I need her to, she deserves better. I need her to be happy, and I don't need her involved in all my bullshit that's going on right now." That is, whether you see it or not, that is a sign of love, because he's willing to sacrifice himself and his love for her so that she can get better than him and she can get what she truly deserves in his eyes, even if it may not be the right choice. But it's for him right now. He's seen it as the right choice, that he needs to solve the issues in his life before he can bring anybody else to actually be a full part of his life. And yes, I know the baby is coming, and yes, I know the baby is going to be a full part of his life. But I think that before the baby grows old enough to understand anything, that all this bullshit would be solved in his life. And right now, I think he just needs Jane to focus on the baby and taking care of the baby and not all his drama. And I think that is why he broke up with her, because she needs to take care of that child and be there for that child. And Raphael is obviously a very, how can I put it, a very proud person, and he would not want Jane to always have to be there for him. And lately, she has had to be there for him a lot because he has had a lot on his plate. So I guess that's why he did what he did, even if it was going to make him unhappy. He sacrificed himself and his love for her to get her what he thinks she deserves. Reason number 12 is that they make each other smile and laugh all the time. And we see it whenever they're around each other. They're always smiling, they're always laughing, they're always giggling. You can see the glow on their faces, you can see the glow in their eyes, you can see that they're always happy with each other. Now, reason number 13 is that they yearn to be in each other's presence. And we saw that in episode 6, I believe, 6 and 7, where she was helping Xiomara clear the the living room for her class, and she kept watching her phone, and Xiomara told her, "You're doing it again," and she was like, "No, I was not watching my phone." But as soon as he called, you could see like she smiled, her face glowed, her eyes lit up, and she answered the phone, and she was all excited to hear from him. And then he was outside, and he was like, "I just had to see you. I could not see you." And also, we see it in episode 7 she where he went to New Mexico. Remember, he had to, not New Mexico, Mexico City. When he remember he had to go after Louisa for 2 weeks, and he went to Mexico City, and she was talking to him on the phone, and she was like, "I just want to see you. I just want you to be here right now. It's getting irritating that you're not here, and I don't know where you are, and I just want you to come back right now." And I think I skipped one. Even before that, in episode 2, I believe, when he asked her, when they were talking about something outside, and she had to go back to work, and he was like, "I'll walk you." That was something that he did not have to do, but he just wanted to be around her. He wanted to be in her presence, so he actually volunteered to walk her back to work. Reason number 14 is in that same episode 2, when he walks her back to work, she trips and he catches her. And I don't know, maybe I'm just reading into it too much, but I don't think I am. Is that was a sign that she was falling for him and he caught her. And we see from the beginning, or from the first scene in episode 3, that whenever she was around him or whenever he would touch her, her heart would quicken, her heartbeat would quicken. And I know that people are saying, "Oh, it's probably just the baby hormones." I don't think the baby hormones are that strong at 7, 8 weeks to be like having her going at that much, have her that connected to somebody else. And reason 15 is they're always relaxed around each other, and we see that in almost every episode where they just, once they got comfortable with each other again, they could just sit and talk and not have to worry about anything. And the last one for this video is reason 17, is that he always makes Jane feel confident, and he always makes Jane feel good about herself. And we it was actually said in one of the recent episodes, I think it was episode 16 or 17, where at the end of the episode, and that was the episode where he shouted at her and whatever, and then he came back and he apologized and he said, "I'm sorry, but everything will be okay." And the narrator said that was the one time that she ever doubted or didn't have any confidence in what he said. But that is a sign that they have always been confident with each other. They've always been confident and could always trust each other. And I mean, that was just one time. And I mean, we all have those one times where we doubt what our partner says to us or whether we can really trust what they're saying at that moment. And it wasn't like something like he was cheating or whatever like that. It was something as simple as that he would cut down work and he would be there for her. So I mean, it's not something that we should really make a big deal out of, which apparently people make a big deal out of for this Michael versus Rafael thing. But still, it's just that they are confident in each other. And the part of where he always makes her feel good about herself, we see that in, I believe it's episode 4 or 5, where they first kissed, and he kept telling her that if he was in high school with her, that if he was in a high school with her, that he would have noticed her, even if she kept saying that he wouldn't have noticed her. And you could see that she liked that because she kept smiling and it kept her happy all the time. And every time she heard him say that, she would light up and smile. So guys, this is the end of part 2. Part 3 will be up soon, so check it out when it comes up to hear the rest of my reasons why I am urging the Virgin Team Rafael fan.